MLB The Show has baseball now on a Sunday afternoon at Millard Park in Milwaukee. Today it's the rubber match of this three-game series between the Chicago Cubs and the Milwaukee Brewers. Which of these two will prevail? Next on the show. Darren James gets a chance to swing away, and he'll have a chance to increase his lead if he can deliver something here with two gone.
Well, you know, some pitchers flat out just don't like to go up there and swing it, and I get it. Most of them can't hit at all. But hey, this is an opportunity right here to help your own cause.
In the air, out to right. Oh, and he misses it. And this will find the wall out near the visitors' bullpen. And the run is in to score from third. And the run will score all the way from first. It's a 6-0 ball game.
Yeah, I'd like to see this again because, to me, that's a ball he should have. Yeah, I mean, he's right there. He just fans on it. That's going to wind up costing him 2 runs.
Coming to the plate again, Jimmy Paredes, as he'll bat for the second time in the inning. Hit out towards second. Young comes up with it. Throw in time, and they stop the bleeding as this side is retired. All told, 10 men come to the plate here. 6 of them score. We'll move on to the bottom half of inning number 1. Cubs lead it 6-0. Patrick Thomas will come forward now to start the inning, and with his guys down 6 in the early going, they're going to need to put something together here or risk being blown out.
Yeah, and I think the big thing here is you've got to come up with something, even if it's just 1 run. You got to let those guys over there know that you haven't given up and that you're going to fight them until the last out.
Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2.
Yeah, a couple of mid-90s fastballs, and he hasn't been close on either one of them.
Lays off that time, and it's 1-2. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. The 1-2 pitch. Now a swing, and he pops it foul behind the plate. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning. And with that, time to take a glance at the starting 9 for these Brewers. Who's the one to watch, EK?
Well, Matt, I think the cleanup hitter might be the difference maker in this game. He's been a menace to opposing pitchers lately. He's hit 4 home runs in the last 10 ball games. He's shown that he's a serious power threat, so they better be careful not to leave any mistakes out over the plate.
So let's take a peek at the umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Matthew Ross.
Well, Matt, with Ross behind the plate, hitters know they need to expand the strike zone a little bit. He likes to ring it up when it's on the black, or even a little off of it.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Hit on the ground to short. Rivera fields it cleanly in time to first, and there are 2 away. And with that, let's take a look at the Cubs alignment on defense. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, guys, their starter has a ton of strikeouts, among the league leaders. That sometimes leads to some complacency out in the field. They're going to have to stay on their toes, be ready, because they will be involved.
That evens it up 1-1.
Got two down.
A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. And this is popped high in the air back behind short. Rivera is there for it. And that's the 3rd out. 3 up, 3 down for Milwaukee. They won't make a dent in a 6-0 deficit. Christopher Starkey will get his first shot at it here, and he's got to be hoping to turn things around because you see the numbers over the last 5 games. Not much going on there at all. A little tardy there. No balls and a strike.
Quite a matchup here. You've got one of the front runners for the Cy Young matching up against one of the front runners for the MVP.
That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2. The 0-2 delivery. Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Now a changeup locks him up as he looks at strike 3 called. 1 away.
Wow, and he hasn't missed a beat since his last start. Remember, he had 9 strikeouts in that one, and he's well on his way to a similar performance right here.
Andres Vaccaro will stand in, and as you can see, he's had troubles here in his own ballpark. He's much better away from home. And a look at a fastball that doesn't miss by a whole lot. It's 1-0.
Hey, we got one here, guys.
Fly ball out to right field. Paredes giving chase. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
Batting 6.
Bobby Young will stand in, and he wasn't much of a factor yesterday as he took an 0 for 4 in the loss.
Well, kind of more of the same for him, guys. I mean, you can see that he's not sporting the strongest batting average this year.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1.
The fastball looks awfully sharp here early on. Sound sharp, too.
And that's inside off the plate with the fastball. It's 1-1.
Tough pitch right there. That's 96 in on the hands. You just got to let that one go.
Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. He pulls this one into right. A screaming base hit here, his first of the night.
Right there, cut.
So a 2-out single gives him new life here in the inning, but it's a bright spot in what's been a fairly dismal season offensively for them in terms of overall batting average.
Yeah, Matt, as we take a look at this graphic here, you can see this isn't one of the stats this team is very proud of. So, needless to say, opposing pitchers have been loving the returns when facing off against these guys.
A runner on first with 2 away. Hit hard to short. A diving try, but he can't haul it in. It's through for a base hit.
Yeah, sometimes after 2 outs, you can let your guard down out there on the mound. But all of a sudden, back-to-back hits have given him a bit of a wake-up call here.
Nori Hara is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1.
Yeah, even with 2 on and 2 away, this is not a guy that's going to back down out there. He comes right after him with a fastball, and he gets ahead.
The 0-1 pitch. And he falls behind 0-2.
They get the easiest one.
0-2, here it comes. Checked his swing there. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. Ball 1. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Brewers strand a couple. They still find themselves down 6-0. Back at Miller Park in Milwaukee as we get you set for the top of the 3rd. Darren James comes forward to swing the bat, but he may instead be asked to bunt. We'll see how they approach it here with 1 away. He's set. Here it comes. And a foul pop behind the plate. I had him reaching at thin air that time, and he's very quickly down 0-2.
We see this quite a bit. Guys, they get over anxious when they've got a chance to pick up an RBI or 2. That's a great time for something off speed.
Swing and a miss as he ran that 2-seamer right by him for the 2nd out. George Chavez digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
Well, you know, they've fallen behind by quite a bit in the early going here, so they need a good inning here to get them back in the game.
And he starts him out with a strike on the outer half.
Now that he's fully loose out there, you can see He's getting a little more zip on that fastball than he had coming out of the gate.
Now this is up and in, and I don't think he likes that location much. It's ball one.
He did not like that one bit. You know, it's one thing to work in with the hard stuff, but don't do it around the dome.
2-1.
And, ooh, he's really given some leeway on the outside edge here. 2-2 now. Makeup call there?
I don't know, but let's just say they're even.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. Larson on the move. He makes the play. A fine running catch to get the first out of the inning. Well, it's still early, but it's also worth noting that he'd be in line for the win if this keeps up as we take a look at the league leaders in games won this season.
Well, it's just business as usual for him, Matt. He leads the National League in that category. And pitching wins, they just aren't as celebrated these days as they once were. But I'll tell you, if you're leading the league, you're one of the best pitchers around. We'll see if he can hold on and add another win to his total in this one.
Patrick Thomas is in for his second plate appearance as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0.
Yeah, looked like he hit the target. That's a tough pitch to lay off, but he made it pan out.
Pulls this one in the air out to left. Upton's after it. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. Garen Cecchini stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out.
Hey, 2 down here.
Out in front of it, strike 1. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Upton is in his tracks now, and that will retire the side. Gone in order are the Brewers. They won't make a dent in a 6-0 deficit. Leading off the inning, Lonnie Chisenhall, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Well, they still aren't even on the board yet, so this leadoff guy needs to get on so they can manufacture a run.
We got nobody.
Chop foul at the plate, strike 1.
Come on, fellas, let's go.
The 0-1 delivery. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Breaking ball, and he gets him to chase it in the dirt. Up with it, Lottridge. So not the start to the inning he was looking for as he got the strikeout, but the runner reaches anyway. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Christopher Starkey. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Got no one out
and
now.
A first pitch knuckleballs inside for ball 1.
That's ball
Just
2.
missing here, 2-0.
Well, if he's missing right here, he ain't missing by much. Not getting too many favors behind the plate.
3-0 now.
And that questionable call on the previous pitch, it really changes the at-bat because he doesn't want to just lay one in there on 2-0. Now it's 3-0, and the tide is not working in his favor.
Fastball is taken for a strike, and he runs it full 3-2. A pretty dangerous spot for that one.
I don't think it was by design. It's one thing to miss your spots out of the zone, but when you miss in the zone, especially up, that's when you tend to get hurt.
Swing and a miss, and they'll come all the way back from 3-0 to punch him out. 1 away.
Wow, quite a turn of events here. He goes from in the driver's seat 3-0 to falling victim to the strikeout. And in hindsight, you go back to that 3-0 pitch, and I got to believe he wishes he was swinging.
Standing in now, Andres Vaccaro, as he'll take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike one. Fastball called for strike two.
No ball,
Some would say he's showing good patience here, waiting for his pitch. But as a number 5 hitter, I think you need to make something happen.
Looking to set down the side on strikes. Here it comes. Swing and a miss on the fastball that time. Out number 2.
Well, there's no question this guy's got to be in the running for the Cy Young this year. He makes quick work of this guy on 3 pitches. That was just too easy.
Into the box now, Bobby Young, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
He has really struggled against right-handed pitching so far this year. His average against righties is pretty ugly so far.
Breaking ball for a strike, 0-1.
Boy, we're well into this ball game now, and he's thrown 70% first pitch strikes to all the hitters he's faced. And when you can get ahead, your results are going to turn out well.
And it's quickly 0-2. 2 out with the man at first. Ripped on the ground to first. And he'll reach first as they can't make the play on him. So definite problems on that last play, and they'll hit the first baseman for the error. Maury Gund gets a shot here with 2 on and 2 out here in the 4th. Skied into straightaway right.
That's fine, that's fine, that's fine.
And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. A golden opportunity to get on the board here goes for naught. We're back with more on a Sunday afternoon following this. The pitcher, Darren James, steps up to the plate in a sacrifice situation, so let's see if that is indeed on right here.
Textbook sack situation here, guys.
Hey, drive that pitch,
First pitch of the at-bat. Now a ball hit in the air, but in play perhaps down the line. And this will wind up a foul ball. Now the 0-1. Smoked on the ground left side. And that's through for a hit. Jimmy Paredes will stand in, and they've done a good job keeping him off base at the top of the lineup. He's 0 for 3 thus far.
Yeah, guys, not really providing the spark that they usually hope to get out of him. Maybe he can make something happen right here.
Big dog, pitch, nobody better.
Pops this one up, lays himself out, and makes a spectacular catch.
Wow, tough play.
On to first, and they get the double play. Akinori Hara will stand in to start things out here in the home half of the 5th. And you get the sense, Steve, that this crowd's been pretty well taken out of the ballgame to this point.
Yeah, they pretty much had to sit on their hands all afternoon. Not a lot to get excited about so far. And I think that's a credit to that man out there on the mound. He's cut right through this lineup for the first 4 innings.
No, he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. Chopped weakly to the left. And the throw is not going to be in time as he's able to reach base safely.
Not exactly the most convincing base hit you're ever going to see. Let's call this thing a swinging bunt. Call it whatever you want. He'll call it a leadoff single.
And the 34-year-old veteran looks at a called strike. It's 0-1.
He might have been on the on-deck circle just saying, man, I get 1 at-bat and it's against this guy? Thanks a lot.
That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
No ball,
and if you get him to look at strike 1, why not go back to that same pitch in the same part of the strike zone, and they catch him looking again.
Pulled high in the air out to right field. Paredes is in pursuit. He tracks it down. A nice running play, and there's one away.
Hold it.
Patrick Thomas will stand in now. He's struck out and flied out. 0 for 2 thus far. Here's the first pitch to him. Takes this the other way to right. In there, a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Oh, what's the best way to beat a knuckleballer? Well, let him throw you something else to start off the at-bat and then sit on that pitch instead. And that worked out beautifully right there.
Garen Cicchini is in for the 3rd time now as he takes a called strike. It's 0-1.
And this is a big spot right here. You've got to get something out of this, even if it's just a run or 2.
And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball.
Hey, we got one.
Well, they'll run this one in on him, and he can't connect, so he finds himself down 1-2 now.
Got in his kitchen big time right there.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Chop foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. Tough curveball that time, but he's able to make a little contact to keep this at-bat going. And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone.
Not only has he rung up a lot of strikeouts, but he still hasn't walked a batter to this point, so his control has been really, really spot on so far.
Hey, let's get out of this short
Lonnie
line, huh?
Chisenhall will stand in. As he'll take a good look at a curveball that sweeps right across the zone in there for the 1st strike. That man's team has definitely shot itself in the foot with all the strikeouts so far.
It seems like it's been a growing trend so far, but man, you've just got to be able to put the ball in play when you've got runners in scoring position.
Here it comes, 0-2. Right side, hit hard. And that's through into right field for a base hit. And they'll put the brakes on that runner at 3rd, and that means the bases are loaded now with 2 away. Christopher Starkey will stand in now in one of the bigger at-bats of the ballgame to this point, as he'll do so with the bases loaded.
And that key hit, it still hasn't shown up yet. And like you say, you've got the bases loaded. You just wonder how many more of these opportunities are you going to get?
Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate.
Hey, 2-way now.
High fly ball out to straightaway center.
I got it.
And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Brewers leave them loaded. They still find themselves down 6-0. Andres Vaccaro will stride in as he'll be tasked with starting out things in the Brewers' half of the 6th.
Boy, they've got some work to do here, but there's still a lot of time left in this game, so just chip away, chip away.
Pitch swung on and hit in the air, and that gets down, and we'll see if that's extra bases. And he'll get in there standing up with a leadoff double. Bobby Young will step in now as his guys look for a breakthrough here with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, and it's been a long time coming. They haven't done anything with their opportunities so far. Maybe this will be the time that they finally crack the scoreboard.
He's set. Here's the 0-1. And he's fit to be tied after that one. It's 0-2. One of the things that makes him so tough to hit, the ability to put his pitches right on the black.
Yeah, I mean, you watch the catcher's glove on some of these, and it literally does not move. That's how good his stuff is.
2 quick strikes, and now the 0-2. Line to the right side, and that gets down as he can't get there in time. Around 3rd and being waved on home. The run scores from 2nd. That makes it 7-1 now. Maury Gund will dig in now. A single and a fly out for him in 2 trips thus far.
And you know, I think he's had a good approach in each of his first 2 at-bats. He seems to be seeing the ball well and putting some decent swings on it.
Larson looking up, and this one is gone. A home run. So a two-run shot to left center, number 10 for him on the year, as it's now a 7-3 game. Stepping in now, Akinori Hara, as he'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half. It's 0-1. 3 runs already home here. A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2.
Here we go.
And he struck him out. Strikeout number 8 now in the ball game for him.
And you can see he is none too happy about that last call. I think he's saying it was low, and well, now I know. You know, you can't show up an umpire like that. He may have just cost his guys another inch or two on close calls.
And a high strike there, 0-1.
Here we go right now, fellas.
Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2.
Yeah, that is down the middle, but at 96, that's still tough.
3 runs, 8 hits, 1 error thus far in the game for Milwaukee. Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. Around first, heading for second now. And he's in there safely. He's got a double. Stepping in, Patrick Thomas. He singled his last time up.
And they take another single right here, too, no doubt. Runner in scoring position, so any ball into the outfield probably gets him home.
Throw gets him, 2 down. Striding into the box, Garen Cecchini. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
It was a pretty big strikeout, too, because he had a chance to drive in a run, so I'm sure he's going to be thinking about that missed opportunity for a little while.
0-1, here it comes. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Yeah, he's still sticking with that fastball, but you start to get the sense that it's flattening out just a little bit. That could be a warning sign.
And he lays off for a ball, 2-1. There's the cold strike he was looking for, 2-2 now. Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball.
Well, when you have a guy 2-2, you can throw something out of the zone, try and get him to chase, but when it's that far below the strike zone.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. So 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and a man left on. 7th inning coming up. The Cubs are on top, 7-3. Darren James gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point.
Right guy, right spot. Come on now, kid.
Started to go around, but it's ruled strike 1 anyway.
Get your pit.
Hit well on the ground to first. A stab, and he's got it. Got him.
Oh, what a play.
Chris Koenig will get the ball now as he'll take over on the mound to start the home 7th. And quite a lot of offense in this one, but if we had to highlight one guy that made the difference, there he is. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, 2 hits for him in the ball game, both of them doubles, and that really paced his guys to the victory.
So that